going to continue our team coverage of this trending news with BNL Network. Roxanne Williams.
Good morning, Northeast listeners. If you're turning in on this chilly Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025, you've probably already felt the bite of winter knocking at your door. I'm your host, and this morning we're breaking down a record-setting nor'easter that's rapidly intensifying into a full-blown bomb cloud as it tears across our region. This isn't just any winter storm. This is the first major widespread snow event of the season, packing heavy snow, dangerous ice, powerful winds, and a sharp cold snap right on its heels. With nearly 80 million people under winter weather alerts from the plains to Maine and into Atlantic Canada, we're diving into everything you need to know: the predictions, the hazards, mitigation steps, warning signs, and how to build resilience for what looks to be a very active winter. We'll also take a look at what people are saying in the news and on social media, real voices from those experiencing it right now. Stay with me. Knowledge is your best defense against Mother Nature's fury. Let's start with the predictions, because in a fast-moving storm like this, timing is everything. This extratropical cyclone began over the Gulf Coast and charged into the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes overnight, dropping heavy snow from December 1st into the 2nd. It's already broken records. Kansas City toppled a 40-year daily snowfall mark with around 8 inches in some neighborhoods. And as of 9 o'clock this morning, the storm's low-pressure center is spinning over the Ohio Valley, with precipitation bands racing east-northeast at 30 to 40 miles per hour. It's rapidly strengthening. Central pressure has plummeted from about 1,002 hectopascals into the mid-970s in under 15 hours. That far exceeds the official criteria for a bomb cloud. By Wednesday morning, it'll reach peak intensity just south of Nova Scotia before finally heading out to sea. Let's break it down region by region. Across the Midwest and the Great Lakes, including Chicago and northern Indiana, we're looking at 4 to 8 more inches of snow on top of existing totals, adding up to 8 to 16 inches in places. Ice is wrapping up in these areas as well. In the Appalachians and the Ohio Valley, especially parts of West Virginia, and the higher elevations of North Carolina, we could see 1/4 to half an inch of ice, plus 3 to 6 inches of snow inland. Interior Northeast, Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, you're in for 6 to 15 inches, with mountain regions like the Adirondacks and Greens grabbing more than a foot. Along the I-95 corridor, Philadelphia, New York City, Boston, expect anywhere from flurries to a couple inches of heavy rain, and coastal winds gusting 40 to 50 miles per hour. Coastal New England and Maine get 8 to 12 inches inland, with a rain-snow mix along the water and gusts up to 60 miles per hour, creating near-blizzard conditions at times. Atlantic Canada, particularly Nova Scotia and Newfoundland, prepares for the worst: 12 to 36 inches, 3 feet in higher terrain, and wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour into Wednesday. There is still some uncertainty. A shift in the storm track by as little as 20 to 50 miles could push the rain-snow line inland or offshore, flipping rain to snow or snow back to rain in several cities. Forecast models are showing about an 80% chance of 6 inches or more across interior New England. And remember, this is the 3rd storm since Thanksgiving. We've already had 3 dips in the polar vortex, and more storms look likely between December 10th and 15th. NOAA reports a 33% snow cover rate across the lower 48 on December 1st, the highest in years, signaling a busy La Niña winter ahead. Now, let's talk hazards, the raw dangers this storm brings. First, heavy snow. With rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour, whiteouts can drop visibility below a 1/4 mile, while winds push snow into deep drifts. Roofs in mountain regions could feel that weight. Next, ice. Freezing rain could lay down a glaze up to half an inch thick, turning roads, sidewalks, driveways, and power lines into hazardous sheets of glass. Black ice, especially on bridges and overpasses, will be a major threat. High winds, gusting 40 to 70 miles per hour, may snap tree limbs, down lines, and even take out whole trees weakened by ice. Flooding is also on the table. 1 to 3 inches of rain, combined with slushy drains and tidal surges of up to 2 feet, could trigger coastal and urban flooding. And finally, the post-storm cold. Hypothermia becomes a silent risk in sub-zero wind chills, especially if you lose power or get stranded. These hazards translate into real measurable risks. Travel will be treacherous. Heavy snow and ice lining up with rush hours raises crash risks 5-fold compared to dry roads. We've already seen hundreds of accidents in the Midwest, and a similar trend is expected here. Major highways like the Pennsylvania Turnpike, I-95 and I-90 could become gridlocked under sudden drops in visibility and slick surfaces. Air travel is already severely affected. More than 25,000 delays and 1,400 cancellations nationwide since yesterday, with hubs like O'Hare, LaGuardia, Newark, JFK, and Logan hit hardest. Some ground delays stretch 4 hours or more. Amtrak has canceled multiple routes across the Northeast and Midwest. Power outages are likely in ice-heavy regions of the Appalachians. 80,000 customers are already out across states including Missouri, Wisconsin, New Jersey, and New York. Ice buildup could cause outages from 12 to 48 hours. Vulnerable groups, the elderly, the medically dependent, and those without secure shelter, face increased risk of hypothermia, injury, or power-related emergencies. Economically, this storm could cost $1 to $5 billion in disruptions based on similar past events. Schools across Vermont, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts, including Boston and Pittsburgh, are closing or delaying to avoid putting buses on dangerous roads. Let's move into the warning signs, what to watch for as conditions worsen. If visibility suddenly drops and you can't see the car ahead of you, you're in a whiteout. Pull over safely and wait it out. If your wipers can't keep up, snowfall rates have intensified and conditions may rapidly deteriorate. If the road looks wet but your tires slip, that's black ice. If you hear tree branches cracking or see them drooping under ice, get inside immediately. Wind gusts over 40 miles per hour bring a distinctive howl. Secure loose outdoor items and stay away from windows. A dramatic temperature drop, say from 35 to 20 degrees in just hours, means hypothermia risk increases, especially if you're wet from snow or rain. And if water begins to pond on roadways or coastal waves rise higher than expected, minor flooding may already be underway. Now, let's talk mitigation, what you can do today to stay safe. If you don't need to travel, don't. If you must, leave early, slow down, increase your following distance, and brake gently. Winter tires make a big difference. Always give plows the right of way, and check your local 511 road reports. Pack an emergency car kit, blankets, food and water, a flashlight, batteries, a phone charger, medications, and traction aids like Kitty Ritter. At home, charge everything now. Have flashlights ready. Use generators only outdoors with proper ventilation. Carbon monoxide is deadly. Clear gutters and insulate pipes to prevent damage. Check on neighbors who may need help. Sign up for FEMA or local emergency alerts. If you're flying, monitor airline apps closely. Delays and cancellations are widespread. And for walking outdoors, shoes with ice grips can prevent serious injury. Let's look beyond today and talk resilience, how we prepare for what's shaping up to be an active winter season. Winter-proof your home, Insulate, seal drafts, and keep a 72-hour emergency kit ready, including supplies for pets. Participate in community preparedness groups or neighborhood check-ins. Advocate for storm-resilient infrastructure like buried power lines and expanded public transit options. Learn basic cold weather first aid, maintain your vehicle regularly, and diversify heating options. This winter will likely bring more storms, so building these habits now sets you up for success later. As we wrap up, this nor'easter is powerful, but you're prepared. Peak impacts arrive today. Snow, ice, high winds, and bitter cold pose very real risks, but by watching the warning signs, taking smart precautions, and building long-term resilience, you can stay safe and steady through whatever comes. Listen to the voices around you, meteorologists, officials, neighbors, and above all, take it slow out there. We've got this, Northeast. Stay tuned for updates